is a very talented young lady whom you know from the movies Hugo and Dark Shadows. Starting Friday, she plays the deadly, foul-mouthed, purple-wigged teen Avenger hit girl in Kick-Ass 2. Please welcome Chloe Grace Moretz. Thank you. Yeah. How old are you now?
I'm 16 years old.
I think you were like 4 the first time you came here.
Yeah, I think it's about 2.
Are you driving now?
I really wish I could say I was driving, but I'm a total bum who doesn't get their license.
Why?
I'd rather have my brothers be my chauffeurs.
I see.
That's it's a bit easier.
Are you nervous about driving? Is that why you don't get it?
Yeah, I was illegally driving with my mom yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was illegally driving with my mom yesterday, and we were driving in Beverly Hills because there's wide streets, she says. So, and I get terrified when a car's coming at me. So I was driving, and the car was coming at me, so I just threw on the brakes and just stopped. And she was like, "Chloe, you can't stop. You're in the middle of the street." And I was like, "I can't go. I can't do this."
What kind of car are you driving?
It was my brother's car, and he has a 3 Series BMW, and she was like, "If you wreck this car, he will kill you," because he's very serious about his car.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the day before, I spilled like you know how like you get the flowers from the supermarket, but in the bowls, like the vases?
Yeah.
I spilled the whole thing of water in his car.
Oh, great. Yeah, that never goes away either.
No.
It's like a mossy
like dead
quality
plants.
to it.
Yeah, it's like a little bit like garbage.
All right, good. So you're destroying cars from the inside out. That's nice.
Yeah, at least I'm not stealing them.
What freedoms do you get now at 16 years old? I mean, can you like go out and do whatever you want now, or?
No, yeah, I just roam around LA.
I mean, I did. I think when I was 16, and my parents were relatively strict, but they pretty much let me do whatever. Well, I didn't really tell them what I was doing, what it was.
No, my mom keeps heavy tabs on me.
Oh, she does.
Since I don't have a car, I use Uber. And so it tells you where I get picked up and dropped off.
Yeah, it's like a cab service you can call. Oh,
yeah, but
so
it tells you the addresses and the time you got picked up.
Oh.
So she'll be like, "I know you were here," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But anyway, she gives me like a 30-minute curfew now. Like it used to be 11, and now it's 11:30.
Oh, 11:30. Oh.
You can do so much with 30 minutes. I mean, it changes your world.
How did she tell you the news? Was she excited? She's like, "Okay, guess what? We have."
I had to like beg her. I was like, "So I'm 16." She was like, "Yeah." I was like, Do I get anything? And she's like, "No." I was like, "Mom, I get home at 11 every day, and like I break my curfew sometimes."
And it's not even like you have to be at school because you're homeschooled, right? So you're getting to school at 11:30 when you get home.
I get to my living room.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I sign into my school.
Do you feel like you missed out on being like the band or anything like that?
No, I mean, I still, I'm learning to play the cello right now. So I have like a private band in my living room.
Oh, all right.
Well, I'm like
cello?
doing algebra and like.
Why cello? Is that?
I'm doing a part at the end of the year in a movie called If I Stay.
Oh, I see.
And my character plays the cello, so I'm lucky enough to actually learn. And I'm going to see Yo-Yo Ma at the Hollywood Bowl on the 24th, I think.
Oh, yeah, he's a good cello player. Yeah.
He's all right. I mean, he's kind of new, so I kind of wanted to, like, spread the word about him, so maybe you guys can show up.
Do you like cello music? Do you that kind of music?
Celling?
Celling or whatever you want to call it.
I chill with my cello. I don't know. Yeah, I do. I love classical music. My biggest thing is I saw the London Philharmonics. I saw them score Black Swan live. And it was so cool because they're playing Tchaikovsky, and like they like mutilated it, made it really crazy. So that like blew my mind.
Well, if you enjoyed that, you should be allowed to stay out past midnight.
Thank you. Like,
I mean, it's really like there are certain rules that need to be suspended. Oh, you call your mom Terry? Yet another reason you should be allowed to stay out.
Terry, I tried to like make her food this morning, and she was like, "I don't want any food." And I was like, "I'm making bacon." She was like, "I'll have some bacon."
Oh, really?
I was like, "Okay, Terry."
When did you start calling her by her first name?
I just kind of do it because she hates it.
Oh, I see.
I went on a set. I went on a set like 2 years ago, and I told everyone to call her Cherry.
Nice.
I said my mom only likes being called Cherry, otherwise she gets really angry. And everyone started calling her Cherry, and she comes to me and she goes, "Why is everyone calling me Cherry?" I was like, "That's super weird, Mom. That's super weird."
That is pretty good. Now, this movie, Kick-Ass 2, you do a lot of cursing. Was your mother upset about that, or she doesn't mind?
No. I mean, the thing is, like, on the first one, she brought me the script.
I
Like
see.
she's the one that found it, so she's pretty cool with it. I don't I don't use that language in real life at all.
You don't. And you were what, like 11 that first script, right?
Yeah. Well, when I read it and I auditioned for it, I was 10, and when I filmed it, I was 11.
Okay, so a lot of these words are probably very exciting for you to share with. And what about fighting? Are you, because you do a lot of fighting in the movie? Do you think you could handle yourself in a fight type situation?
I'm pretty wily.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm kind of sketchy. Like I can like get myself out. I can be like, where you going, huh? Bob and weave, bob and weave.
Did you fight? Did you train with a karate instructor or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I trained with like some MMA guys and like Navy SEALs and like all these guys that do all this crazy stuff, and I'm like, I do movies. Like, hey.
I know it's got to be a weird thing for them after being a Navy SEAL and then coming back
and 11-year-old
teaching someone who can't drive yet to fight.
And legally should be able to drive, but doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Someone who's too timid to actually drive and who puts on the brake when any kind of oncoming traffic appears.
Anything. A biker, a human walking to their car. I don't risk it.
Well, the streets would be very safe if there were more of you, I'll say that.
Seriously, I was driving here. Well, I was being driven here.
Yeah.
I was being driven here, and there's this guy in his Mercedes, and he was like just screaming at the top of his lungs, and I was like, I'm really glad I don't drive.
Yeah, but you know now you could get out of the car and just do this, and that would be the end of him.
Where are you going?
The movie is called Kick-Ass 2. It opens in theaters Friday. Chloe Grace Moretz. We'll be right back with The National.